Let's talk about a story that's pretty incredible. It's about an edtech platform called Skillverse. But what makes it so special is who's behind it. Get this, it's a full-time student building a nonprofit with a global vision, all while juggling his own classes and homework. It's a real story about passion and purpose, so let's dive right in.
And this quote right here, from the founder himself, it pretty much says it all, doesn't it? It's not just about knowing how to code. It's about designing, building, and teaching with a very clear goal in mind: accessibility and solving actual real-world problems. This really sets the tone for everything.
So, who is the architect behind this whole vision? Let's take a closer look at the founder, Fahim Ahmed, and really understand what drives him to create something like Skillverse.
Okay, what's the first thing that jumps out at you here? He's still in the middle of his education. He's currently pursuing a diploma in computer science. So this isn't some seasoned executive reflecting on their college days. He's living it, building a platform to teach others while he himself is learning. Talk about a fresh perspective on education.
And this is where the mission gets really personal. Fahim's drive comes from a unique place. His own experience with cerebral palsy has given him this incredible resilience and a deep, personal understanding of why accessible technology is so important. For him, inclusivity isn't just a buzzword, it's the entire point.
And don't for a second think this is just a founder with an idea. He's the one actually building it. I mean, just look at this tech stack. He's got the back end covered, that's the engine room, with things like Java and Spring Boot. And he's got the front end, the part you actually see and interact with, nailed down with tools like React. He's a full-stack developer, the architect and the builder, all in one.
And if you needed any more proof of his dedication, 27. Just let that sink in. 27 verified technical certifications from huge names like IBM and the Linux Foundation. This shows a relentless passion for learning, mastering the very skills he's trying to pass on to others. That's just amazing.
So we know who the founder is, and we know he has the skills. But what's the actual problem he's trying to solve here? Let's check out the blueprint for Skillverse and get to the heart of its mission.
And here it is. Boom. Clear as day. It's all about breaking down barriers. You see those keywords: affordable, inclusive, and accessible. And notice who they're zeroing in on: beginners and differently abled learners. These are often the exact groups that get left behind by other platforms. Skillverse wants to be their front door to the world of tech.
These values are basically the DNA of the whole project. It's not just about teaching code. It's about making sure it's accessible, that it applies to the real world, and that you're building a community around it. And the foundation for all of it? Integrity and being totally transparent.
Okay, so you have a skilled founder and a powerful mission. But how do you turn that into, well, a real thing? Let's get into the build phase and see how Skillverse actually came to life.
And there it is, the official logo. This is that moment when an idea becomes a tangible project. You can see how the design itself, with that upward arrow made of circuit lines, just perfectly captures the whole goal: using tech to lift people's skills up.
And they did not waste any time. Seriously, look at this. Within just a couple of months, they didn't just have a logo, they had a live platform, a clear roadmap, and, most importantly, their very first student. That's a focus on action, not just talk. Getting a real learner on board that fast shows you what their priority is.
So, what can you actually learn? The whole curriculum is really smart. They're offering the gateway skills like Python and Git Essentials for free, which gets rid of that first barrier. Then, for the more intense career-focused tracks like full-stack development, they offer them at an affordable price. It's a model that's built to last and help as many people as possible.
You know, an idea this powerful, it's not going to stay a solo project for long. It acts like a magnet. Fahim isn't building this alone anymore. Let's see how a global team is already starting to rally around Skillverse.
This is just so cool. The mission is already resonating all over the world. You've got contributors from Egypt and Pakistan jumping in, bringing their own skills in web development, design, and mentoring. This thing is already becoming an international, community-driven movement.
So how do you attract talented teachers to join your cause? It's simple. You treat them with respect. And this revenue model does exactly that. A 70% cut for the instructor who builds the course? That is incredibly generous. It shows they're building a partnership, a community of educators, not just using them.
Okay, but let's be real. No startup journey is a straight line up. Every adventure has its challenges and its big dreams. So, what's on the horizon for Skillverse? And I actually love that they're so open about the hurdles.
It's an early-stage venture run by a student. Of course, resources are tight. There's no fancy office, the team is small, and yeah, when the founder has exams, things slow down a bit. That's real life. And that kind of honesty is a huge strength.
But for every single one of those challenges, they have a plan. And it's a bold one. The roadmap includes a brand new custom website, bringing on more instructors, offering formal certifications and boot camps, and eventually, their own mobile app. They're not just thinking about tomorrow, they're building a whole educational ecosystem for the future.
And that really brings us to the big takeaway here. The story of Skillverse is more than just about one startup. It's a fantastic example of what can happen when innovation is driven by a real human purpose. It really makes you ask what's possible when one student has a clear vision and the sheer determination to redefine accessible education for everyone.